Precedence, tables, and activity networks. So we need to be able to draw our networks given these tables, precedent tables, or we might have to go the other way and from our network go into the precedence table. So a couple of things we need to know. We need to know the immediate predecessor. So this is which activities come before it. Okay, so that we can't see that from the table. Apart from that, we should have our starting and our ending. Remember, that's another activity cannot start until the one that's immediately before it is finished. So we've got to be careful with doing it. And we have arrows on them. And if there's numbers, we put the numbers on there. They will determine the cost or the time or whatever it is. So here's this activity, and these are the immediate predecessors. Now, if there's this dash like this one, that means they're starting. So I always draw the dot there and then A and B coming out because there's nothing before it. Now when A finishes, C can start. So that's how we get A finishing at this dot and C starting and then C finishes. Then we get, after B starts, finishes, we can get D and E starting. So that's how we get this section down here, that we get D starting and E starting. Now, we've got to be careful. We've got to sort of look ahead. Here we need C and D both finishing before F can start. Now, we can have C's finishing right here, so we can have D finishing at the same time like we have here. And then if we look ahead, E and F must be finished. So even though we're starting E there, we finish it at the same time as F, because then G can come in, G can start and finish. So we've got the start and the finish all together. So we're showing the whole thing. Now, if we require things to go at different times, we can actually put these things called dummy, which I'll show you when we get. So in this example, he says, draw an activity network from the precedence table shown on the right. So there's my start. I'm going to sort of scroll down for a bit. Okay, so here's my start. And there it is there. Now, from this, only A can come out. That's the only one that doesn't have anything before it. But once A finishes, I can do B, C, and D. Now I'm going to look ahead. There's nothing really that needs them all except E, F, and G. So B is going to be here, C is going to be here, and D is going to be there, and they finish. Okay, once B finishes, I can start E. Now I'm conscious that E, F, and G all have to finish at the same time. So there's my E. Now, of course, you're doing it with pencil, you can extend it. So that's done. After C finishes, F can start. Now, E and F must finish at the same time, but same with G. So this is going to be my F, and I'm going to try and finish it there. And after D, it's my G, and they all have to finish at the same time. So I'm going to go like this. There is my G. Now I've got E, F, and G finishing, which is what I want. And I can do my H and my finish. Okay, so this one didn't need any dummy activities. This one here, example 2, draw an activity network for each of the precedence tables. Okay, so there's my start. I've just put an S for the start. I need K and L. So there's my K. Oops, I said K. There's my L. After K, I need M. Better do these a bit smaller, I'm not going to have enough room. After M, I need N. Doesn't matter if you draw them straight or anything, I'm starting to come in. So I've done up to there. Now, after N and L finishes, now does L require, because I can finish it at the same time here as N, but does anyone else require L? No, if I look down the list, nothing. So I'm just going to make this finish like this. So it's one continuous one. Okay, N and L have finished. I can do my O, finish that one. After O finishes, I can do my P. There's my P, finish that one. After P is my Q. There's my Q, finish that one. But after M, I also need R. So there's M finishing right here, start of M, finishing of M. And R and Q have to finish at the same time. So there we go. R and Q finish at the same time now, S can start and finish, and I have my finish. And I've done it more on an angle because I'm running out of room. So this one also didn't need any dummy activities, but we use dummy activities with we have to have things finishing in more than one place. We can't have that, so we do these dummy activities, which means there's no wait. So here, I'll draw this one for you. So there's my start. I've got my A, my B, and my C. But I need A and B to finish before D starts, but I need B and C to finish before E starts. So I'll finish A there, finish B here. It doesn't matter, I'll finish C here. So I'm going to create this dummy activity there, which says now D has finished. So it's telling me D is finished. Even though it's finishing here, it's telling me D is finished there. So I can use it as well. So now I can put my D. And I'll create a dummy activity down here for it. It should be a dotted line. Okay, I've run out of room, so what I might do is just extend this a little bit. Rubber out, extend this so you can see it a bit better. Okay, put C finishing out here. Get my dummy activity, there it is, saying that B and C have finished, and now I can finish my E as well. There's nothing after it, so I get them both finishing at the same time. Okay, this one here, draw an activity network from the precedence tables shown below. Okay, so there's my start. I only need A, there it is there. After A, I can do B, there it is, B, and I can also do C. Now I'm not going to have them finish at the same time because D only requires B to finish. So there's my D. But after B and C, now I'm not going to go up because that, if I go up, that leaves to that point. I want to come down to here because that's where it's telling me B and C. And now I've got my E finishing, and I've drawn it longer because there's nothing else. So that's that one there. I'll connect that one up, all one smooth curve, and finish. I know mine's not smooth, but that's the way we do it. So there's the dummy activity there. With this one here, the start. A and B. A finishes, C starts. I'm going to let C finish here. B finishes, D starts. Now look, C's by itself, so I'm just going to do D like this. C by itself needs F following, there it is there, but C and D, so I'm going to drop it down, that's the dummy. That needs E and F to finish, and now that is my G and finish. Right, so things can be done. Example 2, write down a precedence table. So now we're going to go to a precedence table, so we have to have a look. So the activities that I've got are labelled A to J. So I'm just going to write them in. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J. Now before A, there's nothing. Okay, before B, I need A, and before C, I need A. So A and A. Before D, I need B. Before E, I need C. Before F, there's F. F needs D, and this dummy activity which is coming from C. So it needs C and D, C and D. From G, I need C and D as well. H is here. I need E and F. I needs G only. J is there, J needs this dummy activity which is G and H, G and H. And I've got everything written there. Okay, this one here, we've got from P all the way, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, so all the way. So P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. P and Q have nothing. R is P, you can see that quite clearly. S is P only, so S is P only. T is Q. Okay, U is there, only needs R. V is here, it only needs the S coming in. W is there, it needs the dummy, which is S and T. So S and T. X is over here, only needs U. Y is the start there, only needs W. And Z is here, it needs X, V, and Y. So X, V, and Y. V, W,